107 students, welcome back to chapter 2. So we're talking about radiation and waves and wavelengths, and now we're going to talk about the radiation from the sun. So the sun gives us 53% infrared or heat waves. 39% is what a lot of people call light, which it's all light, but this is visible light, the kind that our eyes detect and we can see. And then 8% is about UV, ultraviolet light. So light can be thought of as waves, but you can also think of light as little particles called photons. Ultraviolet photons are energetic enough that they can knock electrons off of some atoms, leaving them as charged ions. So some UV photons can even break bonds. So again, that's why they have a lot of energy and they can cause skin cancer, because they can damage our skin by knocking these electrons off of some of the atoms and making them ions. And that's not necessarily a good thing. So ultraviolet radiation occurs in 3 areas, A, B, and C. And sometimes you'll notice this when you look at sunscreen or sunglasses. It'll talk about it protects you from UVA and B rays, which is what we're looking for. So UVA are 320 to 400 nanometers long, which is way longer than that. I can't even show you how small that is. Nanometers are 10 to the minus 9th meters, so a billionth of a meter, really, really small. And they all reach Earth's surface, and this is what black light is. So you may have had a black light, or you may have gone to a club where they have black lights and it makes some of your clothing glow. But UVA rays are in this range, and that's called the black light range. Now, UVB is a little shorter, 280 to 320 nanometers long. They're absorbed by the ozone molecules O3. So it's good because those can cause skin cancer. So it's good that we have ozone above us. We want to keep the ozone above us to protect us from those UVB rays. Now, there's also UVC rays. They're the shortest still, 200 to 280 nanometers long. They're absorbed by oxygen molecules. Now, when you think about our air, what was in our air? Do you remember what the main chemicals in air are? Nitrogen, right? The main gas is nitrogen, and then oxygen. So we have plenty of oxygen in our air to protect us from UVC, so we don't need to worry about that. We don't need lotions to protect us from UVC rays because the oxygen absorbs them all. But the ozone, again, was only about 10 parts per million in our atmosphere, so we need a little help there with the UVB rays. Now, out of those 3, A, B, and C, which one is the most dangerous? Remember, dangerous is shorter waves. Shorter waves. So which one are the shortest? Yeah, the UVC. UVC are the most dangerous. But we have a lot of oxygen to block it for us. Yeah. So UVC are the most dangerous because they're the shortest, so they have the most energy. But again, there's so much oxygen in our air, it never reaches us. So we worry a lot more about UVB reaching us. And we worry about the ozone layer getting thinner and more UVB reaching us. Remember, it screens about 98% out, but some gets through. So we do need to worry about those UVB rays getting through the ozone layer and causing skin cancer. And that's why we need lotions to protect us from UVB. So effects of UVB rays. Ozone has decreased up in the stratosphere for the last 30 years. Skin cancer, therefore, of course, has gone up because there's more UVB rays. There's about 1 million cases of skin cancer in the United States every year. 1 million people get skin cancer in the United States. Now, Australia's got it way worse than we do. 2/3 of Australians get cancer. So, skin cancer. So imagine living in Australia. You're more than likely to get it than not. And they have about 1,600 deaths per year from skin cancer. So you definitely need to wear SPF 15 and sunglasses to protect yourself from skin cancer, especially if you go to Australia. UVB can also cause retinal damage and cause cataracts in your eyes. So that's why we need to wear the sunglasses. Now, down in Antarctica, where we have even more UVB coming through because of the hole, the fish eggs are being damaged. And that just causes problems up the food chain, all the way up to humans. We do not want that to spread. Okay, we do not want to damage our oceans. We do not want to get skin cancer. We do not want to damage our eyes. So it's very important that we do not spread that ozone hole that's in the South Pole above Antarctica. Tanning beds are actually dangerous because they use UV B rays, so we don't want to be in tanning beds. And those have largely been replaced by what? How do people get tans now? They spray them, right? Sprays or lotions. Most people don't go to a tanning bed anymore because they're dangerous and you can get skin cancer from them. So ozone versus oxygen. Ozone is made of 3 oxygen atoms. It's the top picture, 3 oxygen atoms. Oxygen is made of 2 oxygen atoms. It's the lower picture. So they are different molecules with different properties. Now, I'm talking about atoms as being those circles. So in our next video, we're going to explore more about the atom. All right, thanks, 107 students. Catch you next video.